The Suzuki family is shown at the start of the film as having 4 members. They live in a small apartment. The father was named Suzuki and he is watching TV and the kids were using phone. This family is shown dependent on technology. They don't spend time with each other. They used to use laptops, mobile phones, and TV all the time. One day, Suzuki awakes and sees his alarm clock isn't working and he is late due to it. He asks his wife and says, "What is this happening?" No clock is working and his wife tells him the electricity things are not working. She says maybe there is a power outage. Yui awakes and sees AC and TV are also not working and Suzuki calls the electricity company to complain. Then he discovers his phone is also not working. Now they get ready for school and office. They see a crowd near the elevator and then want to go near the elevator. The elevator was also not working due to the power outage. They use stairs for reaching the ground. They all were worried that what has happened. Why there is an electric outage in the whole city. No electronic item isn't working. Suzuki was late from the office and wants to go by train but discovers it is also not working. Now they want to go by bus. Everything which works from electricity and fuel wasn't working and Suzuki's son is shown moving bicycle. He notices no vehicle is working in the city and people are getting jealous seeing his bicycle. Suzuki reaches the office and sees the automatic door of the office isn't responding. The watches are also not working and some of them move inside while breaking the door. Reaching inside the office, they notice no computer was working. His wife is shown talking to all the ladies nearby her. She was discussing a power outage. Later, his wife goes to the grocery store and sees the people are storing water and food. She also does the same and there were many people who come for storing the grocery. As there wasn't any machine working so the cashier announces they will take only cash. Now many people want to take out money from ATM machine but it was also not working. Suzuki's boss asks them to go back as the computers were not working due to a power outage. As we have to do work on the computers and they're not working. Returning home, Suzuki sees a shop of bicycles and notices the price of bicycles has increased because of the power outage. Even then he purchases a bicycle. At night, Suzuki's house is shown and there wasn't light. They have lighted a candle and having dinner together. His son goes to the washroom and sees the flush of the toilet is also not working. The taps are also not responding. His daughter was getting worried that the light has gone but why taps aren't working. As taps don't work on electricity. After dinner, the siblings moved to their room as they got bored because their cell phones were not working and they have no internet. Later, this family moves to the balcony and sees the sky. They notice the whole city is under darkness, only stars are giving light to it. We discover this family was spending time together for the first time. Actually, they are enjoying it and 3 days have passed since the power outage and the condition of Suzuki's house was worst. The lifestyle of the people has been changed because of the power outage. Suzuki is shown in his office and his senior tells him now you will not come to the office until the power outage recovers. They don't need to get back to their job until the computers start working and the light comes. Suzuki becomes worried and says if we will not come to the job how will we earn money? As we have to feed our kids. The senior says as the circumstances are you can't survive in Tokyo for a long time. I feel there will be the same circumstances. There will be a shortage of food and water. The people are leaving Tokyo because of the circumstances. Now Suzuki also wants to do this and his wife moves to the nearby water tank for filling the water. She notices a huge crowd there and then they were sent back as the tanks were also not working. The water has been finished from those tanks. Suzuki goes to the bank for taking out money but he was sent back and 7 days have passed since the power outage. There isn't electricity in the city. All the grocery stores, offices, and schools were closed because of no electricity. Even all the factories were closed. Everyone was moving toward the countryside. Suzuki's family also decides to go toward the countryside. They pack their bags with the food items and necessary things. They were moving on the bicycles and they want to take water with them but it was so expensive. Even then they somehow manage and take water bottles at a low price. They take a rest at the place and have food. They continue their journey and reach the airport. They have to take a flight from there to their village. They were told the fights are still active at the airport. That's why they reached there but there was a huge crowd of people at the airport. They move forward and discover the flights are also cancelled until the power returns. They were not understanding anything and they spend a night in a hotel. The hotel owner charges them a lot while seeing their condition. Having dinner, they decide the flights aren't active so they have to go on their bicycles. The next day, they take a map from a bookstore to see the location of their village. They take the important things and start their journey. They reach a highway while driving the cycle. There were many other people who were moving to the other countries and they stay at a camp for spending a night. There were their other traveler fellows and a man asked for water. They don't give him water while saying this is their last after bottle. They spend a night and start their journey the next day. They pass by a dark tunnel and there was darkness and robbers as well. A lady is shown helping them and the days pass like this. Now today was the 16th day since the power outage. This family was sitting near the river and their last bottle also finishes there. Suzuki drinks water from the river directly as they have no other way. They again start their journey and there was a rainstorm on the way. They take shelter at a safe place while leaving everything. After the rainstorm, they go back to their things. They see the tire of the bicycle of Suzuki's son got damaged. Their food has also fallen somewhere and their clothes were also got dirty. The siblings go to the town in search of food and their parents stay at a place for taking a rest. They find a grocery store and the boy was finding out his bicycle tire but he couldn't find out from there. The girl was seeing the food items. The people have taken all the food items before their arrival. They find the battery water bottle and it was distilled water so they can drink it. The girl finds the cat food and thinks she will eat it. She goes in front of her parents and eats the food but she doesn't like it. Now, what can they do as they have to stay alive? Kenji uses his mobile cover for repairing the tire of his bicycle, and they again start their journey. They survive on the battery water and cat food for a week. Now it was the 21st day since the power outage. They meet a camper who shows them a weed and tells them they can eat this weed. It is better to eat this weed for their hunger instead of dying. There was a boy with that camper who takes a picture of their family. It was a non-digital camera and he promises to send them this picture when the power returns. They travel together but later they separates their ways. After it, this family reaches the aquarium and they see the people selling the fish. They also stand in the lane so they will get some fish to eat because their food was finished. When it was their turn, the fish were also sold. Suzuki is shown begging the man to give some fish to his kids to eat. The man ignores him and leaves. Now, what can they do when they start their journey again? They see a field and they were tired because of hunger and thirst. They were not able to move further. Suzuki is shown who was about to eat an insect. They see a pig and he captures it somehow. They become happy but they can't cut it and they were also hungry. Then a man named Tanaka comes to them. He asks them to bring this pig to his home with me and the man divides the pig into many pieces. Later, he gives them dinner. They become happy after having the pig because they were hungry for many days. They have nothing to eat and they live with Tanaka for a week. After a week, they start their journey toward the village. They see a river on the way and they have to cross it. They had the old map and there wasn't told about the river on it. Now they make a craft with wood so they can cross the river. This family crosses the river. They left their bicycle so Kenji and Suzuki moved to the other side for taking it. To bring their bicycle to this side, Kenji and Suzuki were in the mid of the river and it starts raining heavily, and the water of the river increased. Suzuki drowns in all this, they become depressed, and later, they start their journey. Now they have no bicycles and they were walking toward their village. They were passing by the railway tracks and a few dogs attack them. One of the dogs attacks their mother. She falls from the road and her leg breaks. They bring their mother to the road but the dogs again come to attack their mother. The train was coming from behind and it doesn't get on them and the dogs also run. The train stops because it works on coal and the passengers get off the train and bring the family inside. They help them and bandage their mother's leg. Suzuki's body is shown at the shore of the river. Luckily, he was alive yet. He comes out of the river and sits inside a truck standing nearby. Meanwhile, the train that was having his family passes by him. Suzuki uses a smoke torch for gaining the attention of the passengers of the train. The train stops and the passengers of the train bring Suzuki inside the train. Suzuki's family is shown reunited and happy. The train takes them to their destination and they see their grandfather after many years. They start living with them in their village. In the next scene, it is revealed that the power outage lasted 2 years and 126 days. Suzuki's family is sending a lovely life and their village is pretty. They catch fish for themselves and weave their own clothes. One day, Suzuki awakes and his alarm clock was ringing. Villagers come out and the electricity returns. The bulbs were working and the phones were also ringing. Everyone was shocked that why it was gone and why it has returned. Suzuki's family again shifts into Tokyo. The scientists said this breakdown of electricity was due to the waves of the sun. Few of them said this was done by a terrorist organization. None knows the truth. This family gets a picture at the end of the movie. This was the photograph shot by the stranger as they approached their village. The breakdown of electricity makes them understand how they have to value the little things in their life. It told them how little things bring happiness in our life. It told us the love of family is everything, like Suzuki's family. They don't care about each other and stayed busy on their phones and laptops. They discovered what life is while they were stranded in turmoil and spent time together. The end. Subscribe for more videos like this.